Hello everyone from the Melek'le Yemek channel. Today we'll be making a profiterole recipe that anyone, yes anyone, can easily prepare at home. I'll guide you through all the details step by step, so let's get started. For this recipe we'll need 230 grams of butter, 250 milliliters of milk, which is a full water glass, 250 milliliters of water, which is about 1 water glass plus 5 tablespoons, 300 grams of flour, 2 teaspoons or 10 grams of sugar, and a pinch of salt. I'll mix all the dry ingredients first, flour, salt and sugar, and set them aside. Meanwhile, I've already placed the liquid ingredients, milk, water and butter, on the stove. Once the mixture comes to a boil, I'll gradually add the dry ingredients and stir continuously. This will create a soft dough, not too firm. As you can see, it comes together beautifully. Here's something unique about this recipe. Most profiterole and eclair recipes use water and butter, but in this version, we use milk alongside water, which makes it incredibly rich and flavorful. Once the dough is ready, I transfer it to a bowl and let it cool completely. While it cools, let's prepare the white cream filling. For the filling, you'll need 1 cup of sugar, 4 tablespoons of cornstarch, 4 tablespoons of flour, 1 whole egg or 2 egg yolks if you prefer, and 1 liter of milk. Combine all these ingredients in a pot and whisk until smooth. Once there are no lumps, cook it over medium heat, stirring constantly to prevent it from sticking to the bottom. Now, let's prepare the chocolate sauce. For the sauce, you'll need 1 cup of sugar, which is about 110 milliliters, 1 tablespoon of flour, 2 tablespoons of cornstarch, 1 tablespoon of cocoa powder, 1 cup of milk, and 2 cups of water. This time I'm making a half batch since I'll only use part of it today. Mix these ingredients well and cook over medium heat, stirring constantly. If you want your chocolate sauce to have a glossy, smooth finish, make sure to use more water. As you can see, this method creates a shiny and stunning sauce. Now back to the dough. Once it's completely cool, I'll add 8 eggs, one at a time. If you don't have a stand mixer, you can use a hand mixer or even mix by hand. But remember, add the eggs gradually. After the 6th egg, check the dough's consistency to decide if you need the 7th or 8th egg, as egg sizes can vary. The dough should be soft enough to pipe smoothly but not runny. If you press it into a piping bag, it should come out easily without much pressure. If the parchment paper starts to lift, stick it down by dabbing some dough underneath. Trim off any excess paper to avoid sticking. If you have a piping bag, you can use it to shape them evenly. Pipe the dough onto a baking tray lined with parchment paper. But if you don't, no worries. You can simply use a spoon. Just keep a little water nearby because the dough can get sticky. Lightly wet the spoon each time, then scoop the profiterole dough and place it onto a baking tray lined with parchment paper. Bake in a preheated oven at 170 degrees Celsius on the fan setting for 25 to 35 minutes. The first tray usually takes longer, about 35 minutes, while the later trays bake faster. Once baked, the profiteroles will be beautifully golden and crispy. If you prefer them softer, you can reduce the baking time slightly, but I recommend leaving them crispy because the filling and sauce will soften them later. For the cream, after it has cooled down, I add half a pack of liquid cream. But if you're using powdered whipped cream, you'll need 2 packs. Make sure to whip it well. You might also need a little extra milk to adjust the consistency. Just add half a teacup of milk gradually until it reaches the perfect texture. Let's fill them. You can either pipe the cream directly into the profiteroles from the bottom or slice them in half and spoon the cream inside. Either way works. Finally, drizzle the chocolate sauce generously over the profiteroles and they're ready to serve. And I couldn't resist. I wanted to cut open a few profiteroles for you because the key to a perfect profiterole is a crisp outer shell and a beautifully hollow inside. As you can see, this method gives you just that. And now, for those who made a half batch, your profiteroles are ready to enjoy. The remaining profiteroles can be stored in the fridge for a few days, but keep in mind that the cream and sauce will soften them over time. To avoid this, you can freeze the unfilled profiteroles and use them as needed. This is all that's left of my white cream filling. I'm storing it in an airtight container and placing it in the freezer. When I need it, I simply take it out, let it thaw, and whip it again with a mixer until it reaches the perfect consistency. Then, it's ready to use with the rest of the profiteroles. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, check the description box for the full recipe details and let me know if you have any questions. See you in the next recipe. Bye bye.